Gotta take a little time to think things over.
I remember snickering the first time I read the character basis for the original cast list of Gotham High, the animated TV series that never came to be. And for Oswald Cobbleplot, it said Fat Geeky Kid, I believe. It was either that or Fat Nerdy Kid, something like that. And yeah, that does kind of sum him up for the TV series that was going on. But for our show, the audio drama, we wanted to incorporate as much of the other elements of the Penguin from past renditions that we could. For example, we are going to have him as the nerdy kid in the school that gets picked on. Not as big as a nerd as Eddie Nashton. We'll get into that later on for his character tidbit. But Oswald Cobblepot, we wanted to make sure that people understood that he is also a rich kid. He is also a snooty, uptight kind of kid who doesn't like being bullied, even though he gets bullied and picked on every single day of his life. He is just a kid who thinks he is more richer than Bruce Wayne, who thinks he could be better than Bruce Wayne, and frankly, he just gets tired of what goes on in his life now. And we got some fun character episodes for him in this show. It's a nice little, excuse another pun, blend in a pot for Cobblepot, haha. Blend in a pot of the animated series where he was the uptight businessman kind of caricature, the Englishman, even a little bit of the Danny DeVito Penguin, even though he was a monster in that series. We got a little bit of that in there because the Penguin, he feels better about himself than other people at times. And who's to say in high school we haven't felt that way too. So we have a lot of incorporations. And the fat nerdy kid, yeah, you're going to see that in Oswald, but I think we're going to make him a little more interesting than that.
Man, even with the bullying, I can't say I hate this school. I mean, any school that has students like Selena Kyle, Pam Isley, Talia Head, even Barb Gordon's okay in my book. Plus, one great thing about being a rich kid in a poor school is that no matter how ugly you are, it doesn't hurt to have a little spare change on hand.
For the voice of Oswald Cobblepot, we have our friend Rowdy, that's his nickname, Rowdy, going for the goal of perfecting the voice of Oswald Cobblepot, and he does a great job as the Penguin. His voice is just, I can't explain it in a sense, it's just, it has that squeak factor to it, and it has that right edge. It has a great edge to it that makes the Penguin sound really uptight at times. I can't really say much else, but Rowdy does such a great job with what he is given, and we give him a lot of funny lines in this series, and he gets a lot of serious moments at times too, in which you're expecting to get a laugh out of him because it's this manic kind of voice all of a sudden giving a serious speech, and you're like, I didn't expect that. That's really interesting. So you got that to look forward to.
Relax, Nashton. You've seen my grades, right? I'm just as smart as you are, if not smarter. You don't need to worry about a thing. I've taken every precaution to make sure everything goes according to plan. Oswald Cobblepot is many things, but first and foremost, he is always alert. Oh yes, it's Fish Sticks Day in the cafeteria!
Whether you're going to hate or like the Penguin, I can't say. There are going to be times where you dislike him, but there are going to be times where you really like him, where you're cheering for him. There's an episode in particular where you're really cheering for him, and it's just really fun. The Penguin is such a up and down character. You never know what you're going to get. He's so ludicrously crazy. He's just another rich nerd in the school who wants to get by, but sadly everyone keeps picking on him. But Liam and I and all the other writers gave him some fun stuff, and I think that you're really going to like Oswald Cobblepot for this series. Just keep an eye on him. He may not fly like every other bird in the high school, but he waddles his way around and he knows how to get a good laugh out of all of us.